Time for Seen and Unseen, where we reveal the stories behind the headlines. For that, we turn to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Raymond, you spied something that has been lost in all these supposedly organic, hands-off protests over the weekend.
Yeah, there was a massive coverage of this, Laura, over the weekend, all of these rallies. My eagle-eyed brother-in-law, James, sent me a picture of a hands-off protest organizer in Salisbury, Maryland. I'm going to post the picture on social media. But she had a laminated rally chant card around her neck, and you realize when you close up, this thing was scripted from down to the callbacks and how many times they should be repeated. The first line reads, "Show me what democracy looks like." Well, that line was repeated across the country, Laura.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
I don't even understand what
What
does that mean? But what does it mean? Is that democracy? I mean, because the last time I checked, we elected
Their
Trump.
democracy.
I don't get it, though. Is it they're shouting is democracy? Because
look, you know what it is? It's a moment for those who felt disenfranchised, basically the left. You've got progressive organizations, you've got unions, you've got this indivisible group, the Women's March. They all coalesced, but they had scripts and sent them out from sea to shining sea, and boy, did they get some coverage. But, Laura, you'll love this. Just so the Woodstock generation has a place to go next, it's been announced that Joan Baez and Neil Young will be headlining the anti-oligarchy rally with Bernie Sanders and AOC. Break out the walkers and the defibrillators. There they come.
Are they bringing a heart-lung machine with them? I mean, God bless them, but this is not exactly a searing look into the future. I mean, both very talented, but Neil Young, I mean, wild horses couldn't drag me there.
Of protesters.
All right, did you see, Raymond, the two biological males? Okay, this was ridiculous. First of all, they can't play with men, so they have to go ruin women's pool. And that was in the final, I guess, correct?
Yes, it was in the UK. But, Laura, look, I mean, there's an obvious advantage here. I mean, the goal is to get balls in the pocket, right? So, but look, what's next? People who identify as dogs in the Westminster Dog Show. I mean, where do you draw the line here? But for John Oliver, there is no line needed.
We have no research about how being trans or undergoing gender-affirming treatment impacts athletic performance in teens. But I'd argue when you're talking about 7-year-olds, as a practical matter, that's a point where lots of school sports are co-ed anyway, and a key difference between competitors on a field can come down to whether a kid was born in October or April.
How many sports did he play in college or high school?
Well, I mean, but we're not talking about 7-year-olds, Laura. We're talking about fully grown men outrunning, outswimming, and beating the hell out of women. Oliver said there's no problem with transgender men competing with women. Safety is not an issue, he said. Tell that to Peyton McNabb. That was the young woman who was a volleyball star who was smashed in the face by a biological male, causing life-changing damage to her face. This is outrageous, and they're disenfranchising women who've sacrificed so much and trained so hard. God bless those women who are standing up and saying, I'm not competing with this person. I won't do it.
Although maybe John Oliver could compete against some. I mean, then it would be fair because they would beat the heck out. Let him compete against the women. All right, J.K. Rowling is a committed liberal, and she's correct when she posted that I understand why men like Oliver, who've consistently mocked anti-science people on the right, sold out initially. They didn't want to blow up their careers. Taking fashionable anti-women's rights position was the cost of doing business, but it's time to read the bleeping room.
Yeah.
No courage.
Well, I think that makes Oliver a dementor. He's clearly practicing the dark arts and needs to clean up his act.
I thought he was supposed to be funny. Aren't these people supposed to be funny? Is he a comedian?
Well,
right?
This is the problem. Comedy, in so many sectors, comedy has become partisan, and it's just not fun anymore. But look, meanwhile, on Capitol Hill, a group of women led by Representative Anna Paulina Luna tried to get their motherhood or use it to force proxy voting on the House of Representatives. Watch this.
Historically, it's been much more wealthy, older men who serve in Congress. This isn't designed for young families and for young women especially.
Congress was designed and built for old white men to represent themselves.
American people are not just single, older men with or without children.
I want to be able to represent my community, and I want to be able to have a family, and it shouldn't be so hard to figure out how to do both.
Okay, everyone gets a medal. We all have children. It's
well, the
not
compromise.
easy,
Yeah, well, look, the women who are deployed with families, they don't get to even take their children with them. These representatives can take their children onto the floor while they vote. I'm sorry, my representative, Steve Scalise, he was shot, Laura. He didn't vote. He didn't use proxy voting. This was a dream of Nancy Pelosi. It's a bad idea. It's unconstitutional. I'm kind of glad it went down in flames.
Well, no, they've come up with a compromise. Mike Johnson agreed
that went
to
down too.
Cancel out. I thought they cancel out I don't know. I tuned it out because it was so. What
the
is Sam
compromise
saying?
went down because the Democrats wouldn't support it today. That's out. So
the vote pairing.
We're where we should be. Vote in person.
Everyone wants a special treatment. If you don't want this kind of job, here's a clue: don't run for office. All right, and we want to have more moms, and moms are the best ever. Raymond,
Laura,
thank you.
I await your show by proxy. You can do it.
Yeah, right. I'll just be. That worked out. How much time did I take off when I adopted
from
the kids?
Cabo?
Yeah, exactly. Raymond, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.